To kick off today's webinar, I would like to introduce you to Dr. Alex Austin, our bee expert.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Alex, and I am the Environmental Programs Officer for Ku-ring-gai Council. So I run and manage the Stingless Bee Programme, as well as the Bee Hotel Programme and our Pool to Pond work as well as getting involved in sort of research projects and anything else invertebrate related that comes through Council. So the most relevant programs to a school setting are going to be our Stingless Bee Programme and our Bee Hotel Programme. So I'll get a couple of pictures up and we'll chat about them. Right, so the major species that I work with is Tetragonium carbonaria, which is the native stingless bee to the Sydney region. And it's the major component of the native stingless bee programme. And it's probably the programme that, if you are familiar with our programmes, the most common one, and it's the one that's been running for the longest amount of time. So it involves the distribution of stingless beehives to residents of Ku-ring-gai, but we also do it for schools as well. All of the programmes that I run are most closely related to the sciences, biology and ecology most closely. So it's a really great way to introduce students to the invertebrate world and also to the intricate part that they play in our ecosystems as well. So the other program is the Bee Hotel program, and this is a relatively new program. We've just launched it this year, and this caters to the solitary bees. So we have 200 species of bee in the Sydney Basin region, and only one of them is social, which is the stingless bee. The rest of them are all solitary, and this is a way to cater for some of those species as well. Now, this is actually more tailored towards schools. It's only available to schools, and you get the Bee Hotel pack as well as plants as well that you can plant alongside it. And I also teach the students how to maintain and look after the Bee Hotel. One of the key things that they learn from this is the seasonal cycle, especially just the natural seasonal cycle. Solitary bees are very seasonal, and there's different things to do in the spring, summer, autumn, and winter as well. So in terms of how to get hold of these, both of these projects are funded through the environmental levy. So we always encourage schools to apply through the environmental levy for these things. And you can include them as part of wider grants as well. If anyone's interested in getting involved, then all you've got to do is reach out to me through Wild Things or through me directly, and you'll be able to get hold of one of these for your school. So those are the major things that I can offer, and we've got a few of these out at schools already, going down really nicely, and I really hope that I'm going to get some more interest from schools in the local area. Lovely, thank you.
Thanks, Alex, for that summary of exciting bee programs for students. I would now like to welcome Ranger Anna Forward from Ku-ring-gai Wildflower Garden to share some amazing science incursions and excursions.
Hi, my name's Anna. I'm an environmental education ranger here at the Wildflower Garden. We run school excursions and at the moment school incursions, which started at the start of term 3 during lockdown, and we hope to continue those till the end of term 4. Just a little bit about our excursions. We have quite a big selection of subjects from science, geography to Aboriginal studies, and we have quite a few subjects that you can pick within. The excursions are a full day program for 4 hours, 10 till 2, which is $412, or a half day excursion, which is $309 from 10 till 12:30. And that's for one group, so of up to 30 kids. So if you've got a school group of 90 kids, it would be 3 groups, and that's 3 rangers that take the group out on their experience, and we just sort of alternate through the sessions. The kind of sessions that you would experience for an excursion include a bushwalk, and the bushwalk goes through the tracks that we have here. We have a really big bush setting with amazing landscapes to show you. Some of the sessions would include a bug hunting experience using our equipment and a dip netting experience in the ponds. We have a really great environmental education centre, which is now we have an inside and an outside area now for that. And we have a really great selection of animals that we can do fauna presentations with for our school excursions. Incursions we have available now on our website. You can actually have a look at what we have on offer in each stage. So we are focusing on living world for those incursions at this stage. We find that using animals to present on the screen is a really good engaging way to get the kids' attention. So we have a 30-minute session for $130 or a 45-minute session for $176. So we go through a lot of the animals we have at the Wildflower Garden, and we sort of focus on the bushland. I'm just getting out a little animal that we have here for you. This is Bluey. He's a blue-tongued lizard, eastern bluey, and he's a really good one to talk about in incursions because he has interesting adaptations and features, and we look at the the habitats of these animals. So let's just have a quick look at the screen. Yeah, so this is just a few pictures of what you can expect at an excursion and some of the equipment that we use. And here we have our set for our incursion, so and some of the animals that we use for that. And then at the end of the stage 1 incursion, for example, we have a suggestion to build a habitat for a blue tongue in your backyard. And there you can see it's feeding time for Tetley the turtle. So yeah, just a quick little snapshot of the incursions that we're offering at the moment. You're able to book and go onto our website at any stage to do that, and our school excursions as well. Thank you for listening.
Thanks, Anna, for sharing those wonderful educational programs available through the Wildflower Garden in St Ives. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce Anuj Dahir to explain how the Solar My School program works.
Hi, I'm Anuj, the Sustainability Engagement Officer at Ku-ring-gai Council. I'm going to introduce you to Solar My School program, which the council has partnered with to help local schools install solar PV systems on their rooftops. The Solar My School program is a multi-award winning program that was developed in partnership by 3 local councils, namely Waverley, Randwick and Woollahra. Over the years, they've engaged with over 170 schools and have helped install 3.2 megawatts of solar PV on rooftops of at least 65 schools. Collectively, they deliver over $500,000 in annual savings, and the program has helped secure over $1 million in grants for these projects. So what do schools get by participating with Solar My School? They get free solar PV assessments carried out by independent consultants. During the process, the school community has access to expert advice and support. The Solar My School team will explore various funding opportunities and even assist the schools with their grant applications. They would liaise between the school, P&C and other stakeholders, including Department of Education and Sydney Catholic Schools. And they'll project manage the entire installation for the school, right from managing the RFQs, contract and procurement management with schools and external consultants, to installation, post-installation compliance inspections. Over the last 3 years that the council has partnered with Solar My School, we have engaged with 9 local schools. And by end of November, we are expecting to complete installations on at least 3 schools with a total of 130 kilowatts of solar PV installed. So if your school has a sunny roof and you'd be interested in helping your school go solar and save money that can easily be used for other projects, just head to Council's Smart School webpage and register your interest. Thank you.
Thanks, Anuj, for that comprehensive explanation of how to harness the sun's rays and save money through the Solar My School program. Now let us welcome Kim Griffin, our bush care expert, who will tell us about how to include the bush care volunteer program in the Duke of Edinburgh Award.
Hi everyone, thanks so much for having me. My name is Kim Griffin and I deliver Council's Volunteer for Nature programs, the largest of which is bush care. So bush care is a community-based volunteer program where we tackle one of the major threats to our local bushland areas, which is invasive plant species. So the main activity volunteers undertake is weeding. We also do plantings, erecting fences, rubbish collection and other bits and pieces. The most common way for students to get involved is through the Duke of Edinburgh's award scheme. So if your school is actively involved with Duke of Ed, I would encourage you to present bush care as an option to your students. However, anyone over the age of 14 is very welcome to join. So some of the skills students are expected to learn include plant identification, together with things like plant structure, growth forms, and the plant's vascular system. They'll also learn hands-on weeding techniques and common issues that negatively impact our local bushland, and importantly, what actions we can do to prevent and minimise further damage. So by joining Bushcare, students will also be a part of a strong community of volunteers who foster long-term stewardship of our local bushland reserves. So they'll be working in mixed age groups, which includes the opportunity for experienced bush carers to mentor new volunteers. So our bush care groups generally meet once a month outside of school hours, meaning that to complete the Duke of Ed requirements, participants get to experience multiple groups and sites. Bush care is free, with all tools, training and protective equipment provided. The program is, however, currently suspended due to COVID, but we will be opening back up very shortly, and being outdoors, it is a really great COVID-safe activity to get involved with. So I also wanted to touch briefly on one other service that my team has to offer, and that's assistance in facilitating student planting days on school grounds and in school hours. So if there's an area in your school that's appropriate for planting, we can provide things like advice on site preparation and planning, sourcing appropriate local plants, demonstrating techniques to students on the actual day of the event, and providing tools for the event as well. So this service is available to both high school and upper primary school students. So that's pretty much it from me today. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Our Volunteer for Nature programs are really just a great active way for students to protect the environment, give back to the local community, and learn a niche set of skills in a beautiful outdoor bushland setting. Thank you.
Thanks, Kim. It was great to learn about the Bush Care program and other services you can provide to high schools. Now, last but certainly not least, I would like to introduce James Chan, who will tell us about a very exciting program for students called Climatewise Communities.
Hello, my name is James Chan, and I'm a Sustainability Project Officer here at Ku-ring-gai Council, and I help look after the Climatewise Communities program. The Climatewise Communities program is a climate change adaptation program that was established after the Black Saturday bushfires in 2009, and it incorporates the findings of the Royal Commission. However, it has expanded to include other extreme weather events such as storms, heat waves, and floods. So as you know, climate change is making these extreme weather events more intense and frequent. The long drought, record-breaking heat waves, black summer bushfires, and storms that lashed the North Shore around the same time all points to a change in climate. Now, the Climatewise Communities program aims to help the Ku-ring-gai community to adapt and become more resilient to these increasing risks. One way we do that is via the Climatewise Communities website, which you can see in front of you right now. The URL is www.climatewisecommunities.com.au. And the other way we do that is via our 3D bushfire and storm simulation workshops. So these workshops incorporate the website, the 3D simulation technology to create highly engaging experiences that can be tailored to a wide range of audiences, ranging from young children all the way through to teenagers in high school. The 3D simulation is provided by the SimTable, which is imported from the United States. It composes of a tray full of special sand and a projecting computer which projects the simulation down on top. We are currently the only council with one, making our workshops unique and exclusive to Ku-ring-gai, and we've been running these workshops for the past 3 years. So far, there are only 2 SimTables in Australia. The other one is owned by the CFA in Victoria. However, more SimTables are ordered by other councils in New South Wales. Now, the 3D simulations are created by projecting a live image on top of the special sand. Participants can shape the sand into the terrain of Ku-ring-gai or the local area, and then a simulated bushfire can be started anywhere on the map that they can see in front of them. And the fire behavior can change in response to terrain, fuel type, fuel loads, wind speed, and direction. So this results in a highly engaging visual and tactile interactive experience. It touches on many modes of learning because it is physical and visual and very interactive. And it is great at capturing the attention of children of all ages. The SimTable is great for bushfire awareness, geography, and engaging students on the possibility of some of the STEM subjects. Workshops can be delivered in real life at the Wildflower Garden, or it can be delivered during incursions into the school itself, or during times of lockdowns online. So that's it from me. I hope you like the idea of the 3D bushfire simulation workshops, and I hope to see you soon. All the best. Thanks.
Thanks, James, for that presentation. The hands-on sim table looks very engaging, and I know students will love exploring it at one of your 3D workshops.